What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q from Lifestyles of the Locked and Lovely. Shake those locks, shake those locks, shake those locks, shake those locks, shake those locks. Anyway, what's up? So, today we're going to talk about locks and why they might not necessarily be for everyone. Stay tuned. Do, 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 do. So, let's just talk about it. Let's just keep it a stack. Can you do locks? Anybody can get them, right? That's what we've been saying. Anybody, it's your hair. You can do whatever you want with it. I could get these locks if I want to. I see that locks have been trending over the past several years. Some people have been deciding to comb their locks out. Some people have been deciding to chop them off. Some people have been just deciding, it's just not for me. So let's talk about some reasons why they might not be for you. Let's talk about number one, managing expectations. I feel like a lot of times people see faux locks and they think, oh, yeah, I like that. That's what my hair gonna look like when I get my locks. Well, just remember that those locks are manufactured to achieve a desired aesthetic. So if you don't have the same type of hair that they use to make those locks, your hair probably ain't gonna look like that. And that's okay. When your hair gets ready to mature and lock on its own, it's gonna do whatever it wanna do. And that's just what it do. Okay? So, and also looking at somebody else's locks and thinking, oh, I see Keisha over there. My locks gonna look just like hers. I think we had the same kind of hair. Even if y'all had the same kind of hair, number one, how did Keisha start her locks? What is Keisha doing every day to her locks? And what is her routine for her locks? If you ain't doing the exact same thing Keisha doing, then your locks probably ain't gonna look like Keisha locks. And that's okay. Everybody's hair is gonna do what it wanna do. The hair just gonna do what it's gonna do. So manage your expectations. Also the other part is waiting for the locks to actually mature. You know how they say, trust the process. Well, that process, baby, let me tell you. When I first got my locks back in 2023, trusting the process was difficult because at first I was like, oh, hells to the no. I wanted to cut them things out. I wanted to comb them out. I was, I was in a, but I stuck it out. I stuck it out. And now here I am, almost 3 years later, and boom, they look cute. Okay, so you got to trust the process. But if you're not in that mood to trust the process, you could always insta-lock if you got that on your own. Okay, because they're gonna charge you to crochet that hair in. They're gonna charge you to insta-lock it. Trust me, it ain't gonna be cheap. Anyway, so the other thing is lifestyle. I remember back in the day when locks weren't as popular as they are now. My brother had locks, and because of a job, he decided to take his locks out. That's what happened to your locks. Oh, I was trying to get this job and got rid of locks. And we're not gonna pretend like it's not a thing that this hair that we have on top of our head is not an issue in the workplace. Research the crime act. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. But now he's locked again. So shout out to my brother Melvin Boat from New Orleans. You heard me. Who got the locks back. Just like his sister. Well, he was locked before I was locked, so I guess I'm like him. But anyway, lifestyle. It just might not be where you are anymore. And that's okay. Because it's your hair. You do whatever the heck you want with it. It's your hair. Okay? The other thing is, just might be time for a change. Maybe you just want to switch up. You cut them off, you put them to the side, maybe you go back to them later. Maybe you don't. Maybe you donate them to somebody else who want to try some locks. That's on you. Now my son, he got bit by the lock bug a few months ago. I want locks, I want locks. Everybody got locks, I want locks too. Now he's a mixture of me and his father. I'm African American. His dad's Mexican. So his hair is just it's very soft. It's a loose curl texture. It's gonna take a while for that hair to lock up, boy. He don't listen. He acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. So he went, he got a little locks. You know, that hair was unraveling like a mofo. He was like, I don't know if I can do this. I said, make up your mind because it costs too much money to be keep going back and forth. You should go keep the locks or you should not. Come out. Combed out the locks. Now you got an afro. Anyway. Also, the other issue is if you have like some scalp issues, maybe that might be a factor too, because you gotta realize it's a lot of tension, especially the longer your hair gets. So if you got a lot of scalp issues, maybe it's just not for you at the moment. Talk to your dermatologist about that. What other thing that I want to talk about? The other thing I want to talk about was the misconception that is just a very carefree. I don't have to do nothing to my hair. Now, when I say when you got locks, your hair is always done, I do really mean that. Now, it's been since March since I had a retwist. I don't do a whole lot of retwisting. I literally only go 4 times a year. I really do, because I don't like a whole lot. But when I say I don't like a whole lot, I don't mean I won't look crazy about the head either. So as you can see, I still keep up with my hair. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing my scalp. You know, I wash it. I'm separating the locks so when I do go back, she ain't got a whole hot mess to deal with. Because I don't want to be in there all day with her pulling and tugging and all of that stuff. It's still separated. It's still separated. You can still see my parts. You can still see my parts. It's just a little bushy at the roots, and that's okay. So it's not carefree as you think it is. It's not low maintenance as you think it is. It's work. You know, and hair is work anyway. Whether you got locks or not, you got to do stuff to your head to keep it healthy and on your head. And you got to water your hair from the inside out. You got to feed your hair from the inside out. So, anyway, this has been your girl Q from Lifestyles of the Locked and Lovely. If you had locks and you got rid of them, you decided it wasn't for you, let me know why. If you decided that you want to go back to locks, holla at your girl.